Travel. It's not just the freedom to, it's the freedom from. From boring things like routine and chain hotels, and license to discover new places like
Tel Aviv, the center of Israeli commerce and Mediterranean capital of cool. City of 24-hour nightlife, cafes, beaches, and a famously relaxed vibe. But Tel Aviv, city of luxury, posh hotels? More than you might think. Boutique hotels are popping up more and more in Tel Aviv, a city where all the main hotels used to be known for hugging the shore. But with rich Bauhaus architectural heritage, many older buildings are ripe for redevelopment, some as swanky hotels. The latest and perhaps most dramatic example, right in the heart of the UNESCO-stamped White City, is the Norman Hotel.
The main building that hosts the two restaurants and the bar.
Where we are now.
Where we are sitting in the Norman restaurant. Dates back to 1925, residential. Would have been maybe 6 to 8 apartments. And to this building, we added an extension that allowed us to have 30 keys in this building and also support the rooftop pool. So
Right.
the other building, also from the same era, but more of an eclectic style.
Urban and urbane, this is a different Tel Aviv experience beyond the beach that puts more of the actual city within reach.
Right next to us, within walking distance, we're at Rothschild Boulevard, but then we have access to galleries and restaurants, museums, theaters. Within 10-minute walking radius, there's still so much to do that people probably don't know exists. So it's really not that far away from the beach itself, but it is a different experience and happens to be an urban experience.
Inside is luxury and furniture from Portugal, lots of light, while in the garden, there are fruit trees. Yes, fruit trees.
I wanted to kind of bring back why Tel Aviv started, you know, the Jaffa orange, the citrus hills and all that. So we made sure that we had an element of that. And so we have grapefruit trees in the gardens that separates the two buildings. On the front, we've got kumquats and nectarines. And in the back, we have more grapefruit, tangerines, nectarines, and kumquats.
Some of those citrus fruits will eventually make their way into cocktails served at the hotel's chic library bar. A good place to pause for a quiet moment of contemplation over an indulgent libation. Of course, when the sun's up, which is to say usually, you might want to sip that cocktail on the Norman's stunningly handsome roof deck. And by that, I do mean poolside. And if you get hungry for Japanese nibbles, what, you thought Tel Aviv was all falafel? Please, you can check out the izakaya.
And the name is?
Dinings?
Very good.
Now, this is based on a London restaurant?
Dinings exists in London.
Okay. It's
been open for now 8 years. And it's really, after all this time, creating a second Dinings. And it happens to be at the Norman in Tel Aviv.
With all the great local art and photography in the Norman, you might be inclined to linger longer right where you are, just to take it all in.
It's all Israeli contemporary artists. We looked at about 20, 25 artists, and then we selected about 15, 16 artists. And we purchased a portion of the art, and we also borrowed a portion of the art, so half and half, let's say. And so it sits everywhere. It's in the public areas, it's in the guest rooms, in the suites. And it was for us a way to express and support the art movement in Tel Aviv through the expression of it being a bit more modern, a bit more of what is really relevant to Tel Aviv art.
And the Norman is the place you'll definitely want to be if you want to pamper yourself in style in Tel Aviv. This may be a city of sun and sundry sins at heart, but even die-hard beachgoers need to go to sleep sometime. When your requirements call for first class and unforgettable, the Norman just may be the savvy traveler's new address.